So I want to talk about the song The 1st of May. I discovered this song because I bought an album by Sarah Brightman in the year 2000. I bought the album on Amazon. I don't think Amazon had gotten into the MP3 business yet. I think, in the year 2000, Napster was still flying high. There was a lot of online distribution of, what was it called? Pirated MP3s. So, how do I put this? It was great for me because I actually was introduced to the song by hearing what I believe is the most beautiful version of the 1st of May that you can possibly hear. Now, Sarah Brightman, there's another version where she's working with the Vienna. It's like Christmas in Vienna or whatever. And that version is no good. No, you don't want that version. She goes into full opera mode, and it just turns it into ultimate suckitude. So, on the other hand, her album La Luna, I had already purchased her album Dive, and I really liked Dive, so I wanted to, discover something else. I want some more Sarah Brightman. So I bought La Luna, and I bought the European version. Even though I was purchasing from Amazon in the USA, somehow I ended up with the European version. So I got the 1st of May as a bonus track. If I had purchased the US version of the album, which I don't know if it was even out yet, but the US version has quote unquote a hidden track, which is a type of bonus track, I guess, called Moon River, the traditional, everybody knows Moon River. So Moon River instead of the 1st of May. So it was years, I think, before I got on YouTube, did some searching, and discovered that, this song was actually originally performed by the Bee Gees. It was written by the Bee Gees. I guess the story goes that Morris, and his name is spelled, it looks like Maurice, right? Morris was playing chords, and Barry started singing some lyrics, and they put down a piano demo straight away of this song. Now, apparently, Odessa was a huge... No, the album was great, but all sorts of things went wrong all around the album. So the Gibbs ended up with bad memories of it, which is really sad because the music was great. And 1st of May was a beautiful song. However, there's problems with the lyrics. And I'm not sure what's going on. How did this get reversed back to Odessa lyrics? Okay, so when you look up the 1st of May lyrics, this is what you'll get, right? When I was small and Christmas trees were tall, we used to love while others used to play. Don't ask me why, but time has passed us by. Someone else moved in from far away. Okay, that sounds perfect. That's spot on. Now we are tall and Christmas trees are small, and you don't ask the time of day. But you and I, our love will never die. But guess we'll cry come 1st of May? What? See, I don't know where that comes from. I want to actually have an original album in my hand, okay, that was purchased in 1969, an original copy of Odessa with liner liner notes and lyrics. I don't know if it even had that, but I want to see those lyrics where it says, "Guess we'll cry." That's this is like an emotionally retarded gangster listening to the song and writing down what he thinks the lyrics are. You know, clueless. Guess we'll cry. Like, yeah, we're gonna flip a coin, and if it comes up heads, we'll cry, and if it comes up tails, we'll laugh. It's just stupid. Then, the apple tree that grew for you and me, I watched the apples falling one by one. And I recall the moment of them all, the day I kissed your cheek and you were gone. Okay, well, that's what Sarah Brightman sang. But if you listen to the Bee Gees, the original Bee Gees version with Barry's vocal, it sounds like it could be mine. And you'll see that a lot in the lyrics. This one says gone, which makes sense. And then other places you'll see the word mine. The day I kissed your cheek and you were mine. Well, if you're a gangster, right, you always win. You always get the girl. So, yeah, I kissed her cheek and she was mine. Damn it, Then now we are tall and Christmas trees are small. And you know that's the time of day, but you and I are level to die. But guess we'll cry again with the guess we'll cry. Yeah, we're gonna flip that coin again and see, what we're gonna do emotionally. And I've read that Barry said that this was about a dog that was born after he met his not his first wife, his second wife, Linda. This was before they got married. Maybe they were dating at the time, and there was a dog called Barnaby, and this was about, are you serious? Did you kiss his cheek, Barry? Yeah, I don't think so. So here's what this song is about. We all know what it's about, okay? Never mind Barry's stories that he makes up. We all know what this is about. This is childhood love. This is a little boy, preschool, 3 to 5 years of age, right? And he has a little girl about his age who's a playmate. Maybe they're sharing a house, right? There's an apartment upstairs, there's an apartment downstairs. They both have the same backyard. So they're playmates. The children from both families play together. So he's saying when I was small and Christmas trees were tall. Well, when you're about 3, 4, 5 years of age, the Christmas tree looks tall. We used to love, okay? So you and I, me, the little boy, and you, the little girl, we talked. And maybe we would lie under the apple tree in the shade and we would talk about, we would socialize. We would actually socially and emotionally bond with one another, talking about our feelings and our dreams. And this is a little boy and a little girl who are actually getting married at heart. And yes, that happens for children that age who are emotionally mature, that they're more emotionally advanced than others, okay? And those kinds of people, they grow up to be songwriters. Then he says, don't ask me why, but time has passed us by. Someone else moved in from far away. Well, this is a common experience. Someone else, the little girl, her world expands, her horizons broaden. She starts noticing that her best friend forever, Barry's not so good looking, like after they start school and there's all these other boys and she discovers, I'm attractive, everybody likes me. Barry's ugly, nobody else wants to talk to him. If I want to be one of the cool kids, I need to have, the cute boyfriend and dump Barry. So that's one scenario, right? So she gets over him. She's looking beyond him. She's looking to something, bigger and better. She thinks, she's moving towards bigger and better. So now he's sad because he wasn't looking beyond her. He wasn't looking for something, bigger and better than her. Um, and then now he's commenting that we're adults now, and you won't even talk to me so much as to ask the time of day. But you and our love will never die. Well, he's thinking about how it was real. I know it was real. Yeah, we did that best friends forever thing. It was real, and um, you decided that it wasn't good enough. I didn't make that decision. Uh, but guess who will? Who'll is a contraction of who and will, right? So it's who, W-H-O apostrophe L-L. But guess who'll cry come 1st of May? Only one of them's going to cry. That's the boy who's writing this song and singing this song, who was heartbroken, okay? It's not the girl. She moved on, right? Someone else moved in from far away. She ran after that someone else. She's not going to be crying. No, he's the one. Guess who'll cry? Yeah, that'll be me. I'll be crying. Then he says, the apple tree that grew for you and me, I watched the apples falling one by one. Well, that could have been, again, he's a little boy. He realizes that she's not there. And so he's, maybe staring out the window, just daydreaming, looking at that tree, and he's there so long, he's actually seeing the apples drop, and he's thinking about the moment, the moment, that most poignant moment, the moment of them all, the day I kissed your cheek and you were gone. Well, that's the moving away scenario, right? You're best friends with this little girl. You're in love with her, and the adults call it puppy love and say it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But you're writing songs about it 15 years later. Puppy love my bum. Okay, puppy love matters. It's love. It's a human heart. I don't want to hear puppy love crap. But you get that from adults because they're insensitive clods. And they don't give a fart. They don't give a flying fart about the feelings of their children. So, the day I kissed your cheek. Right, well, let's say this little girl's name is, I don't know, Mary. Right? So, your mother tells you, hey, Barry, or Jim, or Dave, whatever, hey, Mary is moving away. This is the last time you're going to see her for a while. We don't know, when we'll be able to visit again. I should probably say the Jackson family's moving out of the apartment. They're moving away, and so Mary's not going to be here anymore. You won't be able to play with her anymore. So give her a peck on the cheek, and say goodbye. And of course, the boy is probably in shock. He realizes suddenly that he is not master of his destiny. He has no control over his future, and he has no ownership of his emotional. He cannot be guided by his own feelings, right? And he has no power to. His heart is basically in the hands of somebody else, and those somebody else's don't really give a flying fart about how much it's going to hurt. But yeah, the day I kissed your cheek and you were gone, because that was it. That was the end. So when's a good time to move? Well, landlords don't want to throw you out during the winter, right? They're going to wait till the spring if you've been failing to pay rent on time. They're going to wait till the spring. So the last day of April is probably the last day he sees Mary. Then she's gone, and then May 1st is the first day where, yeah, there's no Mary. The apartment, there's a new family moved in. There's no Mary to spend time with, and to play with in the backyard, or play games with, or talk about, chit chat under the apple tree or whatever. It's the first day of pain, that realization. That's when the pain starts. Now we are tall and Christmas trees are small, and you don't ask the time of day. Well, she's still around. Probably she moved to a different part of town, and then, so there's this big interruption, and then later he goes to school and discovers, hey, there's Mary. There's Mary at school, but Mary's no longer interested. Mary pretends, she just gives him the cold shoulder like he doesn't exist anymore, because she's moved on to, Johnny Come Lately, the cutie boy. She's got the cutie boy, whatever. So she's down, but she doesn't have any interest in talking to him whatsoever. So when the 1st of May, comes around, he's the one crying. She's, who knows? Who knows if she ever even thinks of it. But that's the scenario, okay? And there's lots of little boys and lots of little girls in the world that have had this experience, and they can relate to it, and that's why this song was so popular. And I think if you understand the meaning of the song, you understand that it's the day I kissed your cheek and you were gone. It's not the day I kissed your cheek and you were mine. It has to be gone. And you also understand that it's not guess will cry. It's guess who will cry. One will cry. One of us is crying. One of us is going to be crying on the 1st of May. One of us is, only one of us is even going to remember what the 1st of May was all about. The first day without, the day of the heartbreak. So I don't really want to hear about Bear, about his dog, and I don't want to see these wrong lyrics or messed up lyrics. This is not dog inspired stuff. I'm sorry. That's what I have to say about the 1st of May. It's a beautiful song, and it's rooted in some really, the reason why it's cool is because it's about pain that happens early in life, when you're innocent and you don't deserve to be put through that kind of pain, and you have no control over your life. So your parents, they don't, and they treat you, puppy love. It's just puppy love. Oh, isn't that sweet? It's puppy love. And they just do whatever they want with you, like you're one of the pets.